Okay, so this is exactly why I try to anticipate breakouts. What's up, y'all? This is Dre. Let me play this thing. I'm just trying to bring up the live chat. Okay, yeah, here we go. I'm looking good, looking good. All right, so unbelievable. You know, so I kind of put in my earlier videos that why I buy stocks before they break out, because they pop above resistance and you absolutely miss it. You just miss it. Live stream offline. Come on, hold on now. Wait a minute now. Let me make sure I'm on here. All right, so. Oh, there I go. Little delayed reaction. You know, so I kind of put in my earlier videos. There we go. Looking good. I buy stocks before. All right, so yeah, before the breakout. So just yesterday, I mean, if you pull up my page, there's me talking live right now. Here's my page, and see right here, I'm talking quick recap of today's tomorrow trading plan. It says Amazon and Facebook right there, man. And I was like, I was gonna jump all over that today. I was hoping it was gonna be down, and today it was a down market. It was down. Let's get back to the end. You get this pop. There's my line that I already drew because I was like, if it gets above there, you know, I want to buy. Now it's above there. It's strong. It's up 2.459%, and I don't even think the market is positive yet. Yeah, the SPY is down 0.02. It's actually making a little comeback. Let's draw. Here we go. There's today's action. I guess it opened here. It's doing all of that, and it's down, you know, below its open, but it's trying to make a comeback. Look at that little moving average moving up. But anyway, let's get back to Facebook. Yeah, so my plan was to buy above this, and I usually anticipate, and it burns me at times. I mean, it burns me. I get burnt, you know, because I anticipate this breakout, and what does it do? It breaks down, and I'm like, oh man, I should have waited. But this is the reasons why I like to anticipate it, because when they reach that area, at times it's going to come through. So once again, here is the recap. You know, this is what I was looking at. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks right there. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me just try to get it. Look how beautiful that looks right there. So you had this big body candle right into resistance, and just, you know, it's like a beautiful cup and handle right there. Low volume, that's good. It's just showing you the breakout. You can see it peaking above, and I think we're gonna get another one of these right here. So my plan today was to buy calls. I was gonna jump all over the calls before earnings. Actually, probably the week of earnings, because even if the stock would go down, you don't really lose too much money on earnings week, because the implied volatility is increased on that week. You know, so because the stock can go anywhere. It could just, you know, so buy those calls, but you'll anticipate any upside for sure. You know, so anyway, I did get into this trade. You know, I came to the computer and I'm like, what the? I'm looking at this. I'm like, what the F? What the? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't listen to the news. They'll fool you out, man. They probably saying sell so they can buy. Look at the volume. Anyway, I think this thing is going to run into earnings. It is a stock that generally runs into earnings. So, you know, so those are what I like to buy. You know, I think it's going to do good. Looking at that weekly, you know, it's just got, look at it just peeking out above that. So, you know, I like that. Welcome to the chat guard. I don't know how to get that off. Yeah, so that's what's up, and that's why I anticipate these breakouts. A lot of traders don't do that. I do. I like to get in front of it, because right now I'm missing out on 2.8%. But hey, this thing on this particular stock, it has a lot higher to go. It has a lot higher to go. Let's quick look at Amazon again, and I didn't really want to plan on talking about this, but there it is. It's running again. There it is. Let me pull up the daily. Come on, computer. Where's my line? So it's trying to run again. Where are we at? It's up $1. I think it did a little better than that. It's starting to do a little bit of pullback. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. See, when I started the video, it was up here about 1820. This thing is pulling back hard. So, you know, you got some people that's a little scared up here. You know, that's a good price to get out at, especially if you rode it up way down here from 1806. You know, you made $14. But, you know, that's kind of reaching a little something. Resistance, Facebook. Now it's total opposite. Maybe they selling Amazon to get into Facebook. Look, it's total. Look at this thing. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that that candle was beautiful? And I'm, you know, shout out to the person that gave me just to tell me to look it up. You know, I saw it and I was like, oh my God. I didn't know this thing was trying to make a comeback. So what I think it is I think people are short and they scared. Facebook makes a lot of money. They still make a lot of money. You know, so look at that. It's crazy. Look at the volume. Unbelievable. So check it out, man. If you're still watching this video at this time, follow me on Periscope. I'm going to start doing some of these videos on there, especially like the intraday stuff when I want to get back on, because I don't want to blow up your YouTube feed. You know, I know what that's like. Anyway, so let me show you what I did in this stock. I went here. See, I'm looking at, this is the option chain. And you can see, look at the implied volatility to the right. See how it just jumps from 24 to 36? Well, the reason why it's 36 this particular week, April 18th, because that's the week it's going to report earnings, right? So I didn't mess with that week because those options are going to still be inflated. Came right here to April 18th, and I believe in this breakout, so I sold the 172 puts. Sold it right there. It was right at the money. See, it's already $1 higher. I sold the 172 puts, and for protection, I bought the 160s. I was getting like 181, 280, 281, something like that. Let me see. Yeah, it's already down. Yeah, I was getting like $2 and change. I sold a few of them. Let me see. Sell vertical. So I took the 172, came down here, and 160. Right now it's 237. Yeah, I think I got 281, 270, 271, something like that. Look, they're already like 50 cents. 37, 47, 57, 67, like 30 cents. You know, made money. So I'll probably buy, I don't know if I'm gonna buy them back. I might just let them go to expire because I know this stock is going to be, you know, above, sorry, the magic number right there. It's going to be higher. I just know it. But, you know, you never know. I just look at that. Look at that. You don't see too many charts like this, but I am seeing more and more, and it makes me think that this market is going higher, regardless of all the scared. You know, markets always climb that wall of worry. You know, remember, because it seems like it's kind of crappy now, but it's looking into the future 6 to 9 months ahead of what's happening today. You know, we can kind of try to forecast what's going to be going around 6 to 8 months from now, 10 months, 12 in that area. But we could do our best to see it, but that's what it's playing on. So I guess things is going to be good. You know, I don't know, but, you know, the stocks is running. So a lot of stocks that was, look at this, 218 is the high. I mean, a lot of them is approaching that high again. You know, look at, you know, Apple. I don't know what it's doing. Apple's up 1.56, 0.82%. I got the fibs on. You know, look at how it's look how it hit that 61.8 right there. Perfect to the T. Just totally hit that 61.8. It's pulling back, and it looking like it wants to blast through. I think Apple is probably going to approach that high. There's nothing. Look to the left. There's nothing there. There's no resistance. It's gonna go straight up. Once it blows back past this 61.8, I think that's a little resistance right there, and it's gonna test it. You know, Apple's earnings actually wasn't that bad, if you remember. They were saying they're selling less fine, but the service was doing good. What sold this stock off hard? Let me see if I can go back to a month. This was almost the start of that sell-off, was Apple almost. Let's remove all these drawings. Yes, What sold this stock off hard is when they said, oh, we're not going to report Apple sales, no phone sales no more. If you remember, no, we're not going to do that, because everything was, how many iPhones did you sell? You know, because Apple's trying to be that services company. You know, they don't want to necessarily get into the phones. They want to get away from that because they're doing bigger and better things. Now, I'm not an Apple fanboy, but I totally get it. I mean, McDonald's doesn't come out and say, we sold 1.6 million Big Macs. It's not about Big Macs, right? That, you know, everybody that's, you know, like Netflix is all about how many subs did you get? You know, Apple doesn't want to be in that category no more. They bigger than the iPhone, and at least they want to be bigger than the iPhone, and they don't want to have everybody concentrate on how many iPhones you sold. And it just tanked. It tanked. I was, and when it was up here, was it 230? I sold the 205 200 put spread, and I made money, but not as much as I should make, because this thing came down and it was like, oh my gosh. I got out. I made some because I was like, there's no way it's touching the 207. I think it opened up at 215, and then it just was like, boom. I remember that. But I got out. I made some money, and I don't know what it's going to do this time. It might kind of get up here, get ready to report, and boom, right back down. Right back down again. I don't know. I don't know. So who do I got watching, man? I got a couple people that's checking me out. What's up to you? Any stock you want me to pull up, we could talk about it real quick before I go off. But that is what is up. Yeah. Just, you know, and it always seems like that. Today is the day that I also deposit money into my IRAs, and it seems like every day I make a deposit, I want to deposit on down days, right? It's a sale. That is a sale. And so the market's always trying to pop on the days that I'm gonna have a deposit scheduled. And the days that I do have a schedule and the market looks like it's up 300 and crazy, you know, I actually pause it. I don't put it in that day because I want it to be down. You know, I'll just save it until a down day. Buy stocks on down days, sell. Look to sell on up days. Although, like this one, I had a plan to buy it, so I bought it. You know, let's see what happens. I sold puts on it, right? So I make money. It can just chop around here as long as it don't go back below 172.50, you know, and I'll make some money. And I'm looking to get out. Like I said, I may hold it, but I may get out. I don't know. Hopefully it could keep that trend. I think this is a powerful breakout it's doing, and I really think it's going to hold it. Now the market, if it goes down, it's going to drag all stocks down. So at the same time, we hoping that the market still stays up, right? We want the market to be up because it will just totally mess your plans up, you know, and it's like everybody will be selling it off. But if that happens, that's the time to get in because they still gonna have good earnings. I know it. This is the sign of good earnings. It is. You know, for the new people that's joining, this is what we're talking about. This weekly, no, this is the monthly bar in Facebook. It's even there. It's nice and visual in a weekday, the weekly. You see it right there, and it's just that resistance that they couldn't get over, and now it gets over. So I have my plan, and you should set a plan. I don't always set a plan, but I try to set a plan. I'm like, well, what am I going to trade next? Because I actually focus on one stock. I don't necessarily. All right, let's put it this way. I got several stocks that I own. And I just own them. I'm like a share. I'm an investor. I'm not really a trader, but I have a little bit of small money and I trade, you know. And so I focus in on Amazon. I focus in on Apple. Some like Cat. I just I have a pretty good trade on Cat. I sold some puts below there. You can see my little line, and this one is it's down a quarter. Yeah, you know, economies. If the world economy is starting to turn or start to do a little better, Cat's gonna do a little better. So sold some puts on that, and so far they're doing pretty well. I got jerked out of Microsoft yesterday. I got scared. If you remember a few videos ago, I said I sold some calls above there, but I should have actually maybe stayed in it a little longer because it went back down. Let's look at the hourly. I'll show you where I chickened out. Yeah, I sold some calls under there, and then oh yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday it just popped. It popped. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna test those highs. I sold them 121, 122. It was gonna make me like 35%, something like that. Anyway, so yesterday I got scared, man. You know, my channel was trading scared. I was like, oh, look at this in the morning. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. It's great. Wait a minute. No, that was over here. Look, the same thing. Somebody's selling in the morning. Tripping. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Same thing. I don't even know what day it is. But I was like, oh, this is good. Yeah, that trade is a winner right there. And it just was marching back. The market in general started ripping. I just like, I'm out. I had some money. I was like, I'm taking my gains. I'm out because I don't trust it. And then at the end of the day, it started selling off again. I was like, oh, I should have stayed in there. I should have stayed. But anyway, yeah. The market is just strong with these stocks. How about something like Nvidia? What's going on over there? What's going on these stocks that used to just rip? Look, straight from the lower left to the upper right. Boom. Look at that. Just boom. Where was it down here? This is just March 8th. This is just 3 weeks ago. The thing was 144. Now it's 184. 40 bucks. 40 bucks. It's like you can almost pull up anything and there's gains. That's actually looks pretty nice, but I actually like that, but I don't know, it's looking a little, I don't know. It seems like I need further, you know, the slow stochastic is in the oversold area. It looks like it almost wants to turn, but it looks good. You know, I don't know. That one, I like to see consolidation. I don't necessarily like the down and then this like that because I want to see some kind of consolidation. And that's why I really love the Facebook because it was showing me that. Amazon was showing me that. So if this thing can kind of consolidate a little bit before then I think I would be on the board. But it looks like it can kind of go higher. Why? Because the market's going higher. It's dragging everybody. It's dragging everybody with it. Oh man, let's check out the Qs. Let's see what the Qs is doing. Yeah, look at that. Almost all-time highs. This is what I'm saying. So if the Qs, and we know like the Googles, and we could pull that up, the Googles and the Facebook, those big tech stocks is really that pulls the 100 stocks in here. It's almost at a record high. So what are the leaders gonna do? And this is why I was liking the Amazon trade because I think that's going to catch up, right? Facebook, this one is looking good. It's like it was consolidating. Now it's like, oh, let me catch up. I'm in the Qs too. Right? Apple, these are the big dogs. They're trying to catch up. Apple, shoot, we did NVIDIA, give me another Q popular stock. How about Adobe? I'll bring that up in a second. No, you can't fix my problem. Adobe. There's O-D-B-E. A-D-B-E. Adobe. That's right. Look at that. Damn near highs. This is something I should have been looking at. Little consolidation right there. If you bring up the daily, I see it. What's the hour? Let me see something. It's choppy. I don't necessarily like this because it's choppy, but in there's a little consolidation. You see that and see how it's kind of breaking out of that area, testing this all-time highs. No, so it's 277 right now. We're at 270. It's $7 away, $7 away from the high. Do these stocks fail at the high or do they break out and we just? It's hard to know. We got the yield curve, inversion, but it's not inverted, right? But it's not inverted now. But we had that, and supposedly said 10 months later or whatever would be in recession. I don't know. See the yield curve inversion. Every recession was preceded by the yield curve inversion. That's the 3 month to the 10-year or the 2 year to the 10-year. Some people like whatever, but not every inversion led to a recession. So every recession that was preceded by an inversion, but not every inversion led to a recession. So is this one of those inversions that don't lead to a recession. The market's figuring that out, and all of a sudden, so yesterday the China numbers came out, how the growth, the PMI number China was better than expected, you know. So maybe it's catching up. You got the Fed off the table, not going to raise interest rates. Maybe the market's setting up to be, all right, yeah, this could be good. This could be good. And a lot of people missed the boat. A lot of people already missed the boat. I have to bring the SPY up. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people already missed that boat. Look at the consolidation right there. It's just like Facebook. These are my charts. I probably said these people lost money. Oh, I don't want to make this video too long, but you see that consolidation? Let's go into the dailies. Let's just look at this right here. You see that consolidation, and then boom, now we're breaking out. So a lot of these stocks look the same, and it seems like all aboard. I was scared just a few weeks ago, I guess on these little pullbacks right here, but I don't know. It's just proving me wrong. And a lot of people is getting proven wrong. But we're gonna have some serious pullbacks, right? If it does reach as high, it's gonna knock off of there, and it could go all the way. Who knows? But we ain't just gonna blow through that. But if we do somehow get through that high, and we're at all-time highs, we could have a way to go. You know what that means? You know what all-time highs means? Pull up the monthly. Do you know what it means? It means that everyone that bought all the way back, nobody's losing money. So why are they gonna sell it, right? Everybody's making money, and that's why they say when you know, that's one of the reasons why I like to find stocks is looking at the all-time high list, because there's just no resistance. It's fools like letting a bird be free and he could fly where he wants to fly. Everybody's making money except for when it starts to tank. And then people's like, oh, let me take my profits. You know, let's bring up Lyft real quick. Let's see what the hell is doing. $67. The professional stock market pump and dump. All the Lyft people got in, and they sold it to all us retailers at basically the IPO is priced at $72. The stock opens up over here at $87.24. Then all of those people was throwing it off to us. You had all the news saying how great Lyft is. Oh, it's beautiful. It's great. This is the greatest thing ever. They was pumping us up, and we're like, oh, give me some, $87. You know, they pumping, they getting rid of all of them shares that they had at 72. Boom, 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 boom. Now everybody that got in on the IPO, since this thing is 67.21, is losing money. So everybody's losing money, unless you brought it down here. And so they went out. They went out too. So I guess the insiders, whatever, they have a lockup period. Was it 60 days, 6 months? I don't know, something like that. Wait until it's time for them to wait until a lockup period ends. I wouldn't touch this thing. First of all, I think this thing is going to like 20 below. You gotta wait for that lockup period because they went out. I'm telling you, they're like, oh my gosh, they right now they're like, oh, is this thing even gonna be, you know, about time I could sell my shares? What's the price gonna be? They really were. They want to get rid of them shares. I mean, this stock loses $1 billion damn near a year. What is it? Like 500 million, if I remember, a quarter. I think that's it. $2.36, $2 to $3, $2.50 to $3 per share. It loses every quarter. I believe that's every quarter. Yeah, and you just take the shares outstanding, do the math, and you come up with your 500 million to $1 billion. But look at this thing. Oh man, look how it's breaking down. I wish you could short it. And I thought, like, so when you hit trade here, see HTB means hard to borrow. There's no shares available to short because that's where the money is. I wish there was options. There's no options on this. I wish when things came out IPO, they would have options immediately, right? Everybody be buying puts on this thing. Look at that. It's just crazy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this because I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to bore you, but thanks for watching, all two of you. And I appreciate everybody following me. Yeah, this is the new channel. This is Dre. This is Dre. Follow me on Periscope, on Twitter, right? It's still at EMIPTV. And put the bell on there because I'll probably be doing some live Twitters on there because I don't want to blow up your YouTube feed. I don't want to do that, right? So, but I might come on later. I don't know. Trying to get the fan base, trying to let everybody know I trade stocks and this is what we doing. This is what we do. Yep. That's what, I don't know if I'm losing that for the day or what. Anyway, so thanks for watching and come back. Let's keep an eye on this Facebook. This is what the whole video was about. Yeah, it's coming down. I have a feeling it's going to hit this resistance and possibly pop back up. It was just too hard out of the gate. Just straight up. You know, just, I mean, come on. Yesterday's close was 168.69. And then you're going to be like 173. So what was the high? 173 right there. 90. Too much. Too much. Too much. What is that? Approximately 3.2%, $5. Yeah. So it'll probably come back in and then maybe level out a little bit and start to take off again. Anyway, but could be a good entry getting ready to set up right here. Especially if it fills this gap. I don't think it's going to even touch that gap. Anyway, so thanks for watching. This is Dre. This is Dre. I'll see you later. Peace.